level 1 for the monster. My arrangement, I chose to place the capo in fret number 4. The guitar remains in standard tuning. Please refer to your level 1 notation frequently. I'm now looking at the A chorus, which is going to set up the vocal melody, and each line will kind of work on in its own little cell here, but we have the first fret, string number 2, hammer over with your pinky. Important because later our third finger is going to be busy. Go back to your first finger and bring that pinky down on string number 1. Over here on our right hand, make sure to alternate your fingers. Now, again, my hand's placed here, my right hand, just so you can see what's going on. Often I'd be placed just off the edge of the sound hole on the back side here. But moving through the rest of our measure, we have open string 1. Back to our second string, we have the first fret and then a pull this time from that third fret. Open string and land on string number 3, second fret, second finger. So that's our first phrase and what we're going to work on here for a little bit. Play that quite a few times. Get used to the hammers. There's the hammer on right there, and the pull between the same two notes, as well as the rhythm. Now, when you're comfortable with that phrase, taking a look at our second line, moving into the third line, all the notes are the same, with exception of the final note. Final note being this time the open first string, and that's the first note you see on line number 3. Line 3, moving into line number 4, is exactly the same as our first line. Concluding on that second fret. And then we finish off by repeating the first phrase with the hammer. And repeat that. And that is our vocal melody for what I've referred to as the A chorus. Work on that for a while. Make sure, again, like always, comfortable with rhythms and the variations within the melody. Then we move on to the B chorus, where the bass line, in this case, a very simple bass line consisting of an open string 5, third fret string 6, and the third fret string number 4. Those 3 notes are going to be added in. For example, we make it to the third fret on string number 1, play your bass note, and then finally your open first string to resolve that melody. Play that a few times. Make sure to play bass notes with your thumb. Let's conclude this melody. Now this is going to be the trickiest part right here, because I'm doing the pull on string number 2 with my 4th finger to my 1st, and my 3rd finger at that very moment is playing the 3rd fret on string number 6. And we conclude this whole thing with the 3rd fret, string number 4. And that is our first phrase. Your next phrase, moving on to our next line, as before, if you can remember, is exactly the same, but with an alternate final note. We have that top string there. Back to our first phrase, and then finally now our final phrase has that repetition, the A in the bass, but then we do the G, the hammer. Okay, that's the majority of the melodic parts of the song. We now move into the verse, and the A verse presented on the second page of your notation. I'm just going to set up the chords for you. A minor, G grip, and then an F grip. The A minor sounds for 2 counts, the G for 2 counts, and the F for 4 counts, giving us a 2-measure pattern. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. So that's the verse and chorus, really, because they all share the same chords. That's broken right down to its primary chord changes. But we look at the B verse, and I've taken it a step further and provided a little bit of rhythm on each chord. On beat number 1, we're going to play thumb and the 3 fingers on your A minor chord, and then just play the fingers 2 more times. On the G grip, we'll do the same thing. So the thumb, 3 fingers, and then just the fingers. Then on the F, we'll end up playing that 6 times within the measure, giving us this kind of rhythm. That's a dotted 8th, 16th, tie over to an 8th and an 8th rhythm. It's kind of 3 against 2 kind of sound. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So my foot at the moment is tapping 2 beats, but I'm playing the rhythm of 3 over top of that. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. All right. We have the C chorus to finish off this lesson, and just a reminder what this melody sounds like. Well, that's not fair melody. We've got the 1st fret on string number 1 here. This is labeled the C chorus within your level 1 notation. Grab that 1st fret, conclude with a pull to the open string. Make sure that when you perform the pull, it's done with the finger only and not your arm or your wrist. Just compress the motion. Continue on, open to 3rd fret, 3rd fret to open. And we should probably play these 3rd frets with our pinky. Moving on, open 3rd, then 3rd and open on string number 1. And it's a fairly straightforward melody, but then it gets quite complex when we add in the bass line as before. Alright, here we go. Have your pickup notes of that 1st fret. Play your open A, string 5, open string 1, and pinch the 3rd frets together. Hold that 3rd fret on string 6. Move down, get the F in the bass. Moving into our next line there. So over that 3rd fret on string number 4. Notice my pinky grabbing that. String number 2. Get the open bass again, A. So challenging enough if you're just getting into fingerstyle. Putting all that together, it seems easy enough, right? But really, I play this every day. This is kind of what I do. And so with that said, you know, like I'm sure whatever you do every day, it seems very simple. So you know, take your time, go through this, and don't get too frustrated. And this is a good piece to kind of start off with because it's fairly straightforward. And there's not a lot of variations. We have our final melody, the last line. The melody being that's the 1st fret that opens the 3rd string, 1st fret to open 2nd string. Put that over our bass line. We start string 5. Get that open string with a G. Come in and get your F. And at that point, if you were playing along with the track, back into the verse. Okay, we'll fill in all the missing information in the level 2 class.